Hello everybody, and welcome to the voxel tutorial. I had a friend who was asking about this the other day, and I kind of wanted to go over some of this stuff. Um, Basically, what I'm going to be going over is how to voxel around a mega build. And I made this quick thing, this crappy quick thing, basically to represent a mega build. If you really want to see how I made this, I put a time lapse video at the end of this video. That's why it's longer. Uh, all right. So yeah, I'm going to be going over how to put like voxel around this build without completely destroying it. I'm not going to actually like smooth out the land and stuff. I'm just going to show you how to do it. If you want to know how to smooth out voxel and stuff, there are beyond hundreds of videos on how to do that, so I'm not going to go over that today. But there aren't any videos on how to put voxel around megabuilds, so here we go. So there are a few different ways. The first way, and probably the most common way, is to make the land and then put the megabuild into the land, which is easy to understand. You just kind of, let's make, I'm going to do 15 just so we can get this over with. Okay. And then V1. Okay. You basically just make the platform. Your hopefully I don't crash the server by using huge voxel. Basically make your land, whatever, and then you paste it into it. And this way, when you're smoothing out and stuff with your voxel, you don't completely destroy your mega build. Normally, you'd want to make it much further away from the mega build than this too, because I can still roll it, or I can still hit my mega build on accident, like so. And you don't want that to happen. So yeah, just that's the first way and probably the easiest way in my opinion. But you can't always do that, and I know that. So another way would be to make the mega build inside your land. So obviously make your land first, and then you make this inside the land. Before you even make the structure, you put you make your land first. And that's another easy way to do it. That's probably the smartest way to do it, but I know people don't always think, oh, well, I want to put land with this. They just kind of start building something, and then that build turns into a mega build, and they're like, oh, I should have done land for this, and they didn't. So they end up having to do either the first or the second. But there is the third option, which is probably the hardest option, and it's only the option if your mega build is beyond huge and it's too big to world edit in. Unless, I mean, you could do it piece by piece, like world editing chunks in to your land once you've made it. I had a friend, Sniper. He made his huge mega build. He made the land, or he made the mega build, and then he didn't make land for it at first, and he was like, oh crap, I'm gonna make land. So he made the land, and then he chunk pasted the building into the land he made, which took forever. And yeah, it's definitely a way to go. But I guess the easiest way to do it would be to paste your building into the land, which is only possible if you it's only possible if your building isn't huge. Like this would be an okay size. This isn't really that big of a mega build. Obviously, it doesn't even have like a roof or anything, but right now this is a really small mega build actually. It's just kind of 4 walls and some pillars. So yeah. So I guess I'll show you the other way of doing things. Let me get rid of this tower here. We're just going to pretend that I only want to see the front of this building, which is, we'll just say this is the front. Yeah, all right, good enough. So way to do this is to copy the pieces that you're going to be voxeling really close to. So I'm going to be voxeling basically right here, this pillar. For the sake of this video, I'm going to pretend that this pillar is different than all the rest, and I want to save that pillar. So you basically just get a pretty decent sized chunk, and you copy whatever's next to where you're going to be voxeling, either a mountain or whatever. So I would take this up here, those two, and then I would copy this and basically just put it way out of the way. So I'm going to put it way over here. And then I can go in and start screwing up my build basically on purpose. So let me make my voxel a little bit smaller just so because it make it more realistic here. So I built that pillar. We're gonna say I want to do like a mountain here or something. So I'm just gonna go around. If you guys really want me to do a voxel tutorial, I will, but I just know that there's already so many voxel tutorials. And pretty much every technique of doing voxel is out there. So yeah, we're gonna pretend that I pretty much don't want the rest of this build, so I don't really need it. I just kind of over exaggerated what I did. And that's always a good idea to do too, whenever you're making mega builds, is to over exaggerate just because this could happen. And even if it doesn't, then there's really no harm in doing that. Usually, I mean, people usually like that kind of stuff anyway. Alright, so we'll pretend this is a mountain because I don't want to spend a long time just smoothing crap out. I'll just kind of go in and pretend I'm doing things. Yay, smoothing, woo. And this is the hard part. So once you get up close to this, you don't have to worry too much. You do want to be careful that you don't completely destroy everything, because if you accidentally mold your pillar into your land, then it's going to be hard to paste that back in here and make it go over this. Like if you do this on accident and your pillar ends up being this mesh of a chunk here, that's going to mess up a lot of things when you try to paste your thing back in. So this is just the part where you have to be really careful. And you definitely don't want to go too crazy because you can only undo so much. So basically when you get really close to the build, you're going to want to just make really small like brush sizes and just kind of go in very slowly and mold it in however you want it. I don't really know what I'm doing here with the land, but I'm just kind of showing you what you need to know. And then when you get all the way up to the wall, you can see how whenever you do BBB, it kind of molds with the land or with the wall. An easy way to fix that is just to simply paste stuff into the wall here so that it gets rid of the other blocks. And then it won't mold into the wall, it'll just get rid of it. Then we can do BB. I wouldn't do BB for all of your land. I'm just doing this because it's fast. If you do BB to all of your land, it ends up looking way too smooth for land. It doesn't look too bad, but up close, it's horrible, in my opinion. So yeah, there you go. Now I'm going to show you what happens. See, now, obviously I really screwed up this pillar here. Voxel kind of made this fun rainbowy thing with the wool. I don't even know what's going on here. So now what I'm going to do is take this chunk that I copied and pasted, and I'm going to paste it back into my build. Slowly going up. This is 1.7, so I can't fly up fast, unfortunately. Alright, find a set point here. We'll copy it here. And then that would be the pillar that that would be this pillar, I'm pretty sure. So I might have wanted just to copy a bigger chunk than that, just, or whoops, I don't want to copy, paste what I say. And it should be pretty fixed. There you go. Look at that, it is. So yeah, that was pretty easy. That's definitely probably your best option if your build is too big to world edit. It's also one of the easier options than trying to build your land and then copy in chunk by chunk. Because I know when you copy in chunk by chunk, it can get messed up. The build can get really iffy when you do that because world edit can be stupid sometimes. Um, Other than that, there's really I can't think of any other ways of doing it. I'm sure there are other ways that I don't know about. If there are, please comment in the section to help people out. Um, and that's all you really need to know for now. I hope you guys like this. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and stick around if you want to see the fun little whatever time lapse that for this build here. Yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. See ya.